Hey, what's up, Master Trainers? This is your host, Charlie Jonas here, straight out of Pacific Valley, and today I'm gonna be explaining more rules. Alright, so let's go ahead and pick up from where we left off in the previous video, and this time I'm gonna be talking about the topic number 6.10. which regards the special cases. Let's also go ahead and follow up on the website as well, since this time once more you're gonna be using pretty much just it in order to explain the rules. Alright, here we have it. So as you know, without further ado, let's get started. Special cases. In this game series, some Pokemon work differently than the majority. And when it happens, few things or rules can be altered. These Pokemon chips display a bluish cog icon on the left corner of the Pokemon's art. So we're talking about this bluish cog right there, okay? So every time a Pokemon displays the cog, it means it is within the select group of the ones from the special cases. So they're gonna act differently somehow or in some way, okay? So now let's go ahead and check each one of the cases, reminding you that due to the amount of special cases, this is going to be the first part of the video and we're gonna keep going on the second part. Alright, okay, let's talk about the Happiny, Chancey, Blissey, Audino, Comfey and Indeedee cases. When players have an active Happiny, Chancey, Blissey, Audino, Comfey or Indeedee in their hands, they can revive all their Pokemon at any city space or using a Chancey event card. Alright, so if you watched the previous video, you remember that one way you can revive your Pokemon is using the Chancey card, although this card allows you to revive up to 3 Pokemon only. Although now that we saw, this card can act in a different way, just like the Poké Center, although regarding only the Pokemon. It's not going to restore the player's energy, okay? But if we have any of those special Pokemon, which are well known by working at Poké Centers, then by using a Chancey card, we can revive all the Pokemon from our hands, or even by stopping at the city space with the Draw to Item cards in Red Cross. With those Pokemon, it will work just like a Nurse Joy space, okay? Alright, before we keep going, I just want to remind you that the reason why some Pokemon chips art are deemed is because they are not publicly available yet, okay? So from all those, only Chancey is publicly available. That's why it's on its true color. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move on. Ditto. When having a Ditto or fighting against one, players have or will face a Pokemon exactly like the one Ditto is fighting against, regarding the attack and the Pokemon type, okay? Ditto will always keep the form of the strongest one, the one with the highest power points, even if a player switches to a weaker one. When transformed, Ditto's life points and life recover remain unchanged. Okay, so here's pretty simple. Every time you fight against a Ditto, it's going to copy the Pokemon type and attack regarding the type, the move, and the power, okay? The only thing that would remain default from Ditto would be its life points and life recover. Although when you using a Ditto, when you're fighting using one, this feature is optional, okay? It's up to you to use it or not. Otherwise, if you don't, you're gonna be using Ditto the way it is. Okay, so no big deal here. Now let's go ahead and move on. Oh, and quick parenthesis here, don't worry too much about fighting or battling, because I'm gonna be covering it with all the details further on this video series. Okay, Smeargle. When having a Smeargle or fighting against one, players have or will face a Pokemon with the exactly same attack, type and power, like the one Smeargle is fighting against. Okay, so it's almost like Ditto, although this time it's going to change only its attack, type, move and power. It's not going to change its type. Then we have an example here. If a Charmeleon, which has an attack that equals fire type, ember and 4, fights against a Smeargle, the Smeargle will change its attack to ember fire type 4 to match its opponent. Other stats like Pokemon's type, life points and life recover remain unchanged. Okay, just like Ditto. And again, this feature is optional when you using a Smeargle to fight. It's up to you to do it or to keep it the way it is. Okay, now let's move on and talk about Zangoose. When a Zangoose is fighting against a poison type Pokemon, it will always receive a bonus attack of 5, reminding that the poison shall be the primary type. If you don't know all the types of Pokemon or how to tell if the Pokemon has poison as a primary type, as an example, then you should check it out the video where I talked about the Pokemon types. So I'm gonna be leaving up there in the cards for you to check it out. Okay, or +3 if the poison equals the secondary type. Okay, so here is very easy, no big deal at all. You using your Zangoose, if you're fighting a primary poison type, is gonna get a bonus attack of +5, although if it's a secondary poison type, it's going to get +3 instead. Okay, no big deal. Now let's talk about its arch enemy, Seviper. When a Seviper is fighting against a Zangoose, it will always receive a bonus of +5 to match Zangoose's poison bonus attack. Of course, okay, because we just saw that when Zangoose fights against a primary poison, which in this case there will be no other option since Seviper is pure poison, you would get +5. Although, because Seviper is Zangoose's arch-enemy, it couldn't be in such disadvantage. That's why it gets a +5 against it. Okay? So very cool actually, and also very simple. Alright, but before you keep going and talk about Castform, I gotta ask you something first. Would you like to become an etymology master just like me and get to know that Chandelier's name comes from the words chandelier and lure, which explains a lot its visual and its typing? So if the answer is yes, you should check it out, my Etymology Master online course. There I'm gonna be teaching you everything you need to know behind each Pokemon's name origin in a very fun, quick and visual way. So besides boosting your English vocabulary, you're also going to receive an exclusive Etymology Master certificate after concluding each one of the courses. And plus all of that, you're also going to receive a bonus PDF file in order for you to study offline anytime, anywhere you want. So if you got interested about it, check it out the video I'm going to be leaving up there in the cards. Alright, so now let's keep going and talk about Castform. When having a Castform, it might change its chip to match the current weather condition. Okay, so if you know nothing about weather, I'm gonna be leaving the video up there in the cards since I already explained it in this video series. Okay, so it's going to be a normal type for any weather besides heavy rain, blizzard and very hot, where it's going to be on its rainy type on heavy rain weather, ice type on blizzard and fire type on very hot. Okay, since those are the weathers respective to each Pokemon type. And here we have its normal form, which is going to be in most of the weathers, the rainy one that will change into water type, snowy one that will change into ice, and sunny one that will change into fire type. Okay, so the change is going to remain until the weather changes as well. Alright, so during the time those three weathers stand, your Castform will be necessarily under such forms. Okay, there's no way you can turn it back to normal if the weather is still one of those three. Okay, so now let's go ahead and talk about the Kecleon. When fighting against or with a Kecleon, it will always mimic the opponent's Pokemon type, however keeping its attack, typing power and also move, and life points and life recover unchanged. Okay, so now it's going to be kind of the opposite of the Smeargle. So by the time Smeargle changes its attack regarding type, move and power, Kecleon is going to change only its type, always to match the opponent's one. Okay, doesn't matter if it's a pure type or double typed. Okay, so let's an example here. If Kecleon fights a Charizard, so it's going to change its type to fire and flying as well. Okay, always matching its opponent. So we have Ditto, which actually changes types and attack. Then we have Smeargle that does only half of it, and then we have Kecleon that does the other half, if we can say that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and talk about the last one for this video, which is going to be Shaymin. When having Shaymin, which is an orange and blue chip, players can choose before starting the battle. Okay, that's very important. You gotta make this choice before starting a battle between its grass and grass flying type forms. So since Shaymin is a mythical Pokemon or legendary, now I'm not sure, so he has the ability of changing its form. Okay, so it's anytime the player wants, as long as the player decides it before the battle starts. Okay, so it could go under the pure grass type or even as a grass and flying one, which is going to have a different type of attack move, although keeping the same amount of power. So that was half of the special cases, and I'm gonna finish the other half on the next video. Don't forget that there's an epic version of this map which regards a crossover between Lord of the Rings and Pokemon. So if you wanna use Pokemon from the special cases in a very epic way, make sure to watch the video I'm gonna be leaving up there in the cards. Also make sure to follow me on all my social media, this way you can stay tuned about any new content of the project. And if you like gameplays and wanna see me playing this game live, make sure to follow me on the Purple website as well, since there I'm gonna be start to play this game in live almost every day. If you like to know about the special cases, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and share this video with everyone else you wanna play this game with. This way they can learn all the rules just like you do. And of course, by sharing this video, you're gonna help me out spread the project and reach the next goal of 1,000 subscribers. And here in this channel, every time I reach a goal, you guys earn a prize, which this time is going to be new content for the channel and also another mini-map for you to play. Don't forget that you could always come here to the pokemonmastertrainer.com to access the rules in a more visual and interactive way. You could also come here to the download button to request access to all the printable files from my Google Drive. There you're gonna be finding files according to the publicly released content so far. Then you can download it and print it out at your place or your local print shop and assemble your own physical version of the game, just like a huge DIY. Although remember that in order to have access to the files, you gotta be a subscriber and leave a comment down below to let me know you did it. Okay, also telling me the first half of your email. It's very simple, it's very easy. If you have any doubts, just check it out the pinned comments down below. But don't forget, those are two mandatory steps, okay? If you don't do both, it won't be possible for me to grant you access. Remember that you can play this exactly same mod I'm using to record this video right now, where you could play this map using all the Pokemon chips and cards from all the generations combined as well. All you have to do is go to my Patreon page and sign up for the early access membership. It's very easy, it's very affordable, and this way it's going to be possible for you to not just play this map right here, but also other 4 mods that I have available there so far. Okay, so it's a lot of content, a lot of different game modes, so for sure you're going to like it. If you got interested about it, I'm going to leave the link to my Patreon page down there in the description. And talking about links in the description, you should also check it out, the Logos by Nick Academy. It's a very cool platform filled of courses that are going to teach you how to become a logo creator master using softwares like GIMP and Inkscape. Both softwares are free and the courses are very affordable. I definitely recommend, since I myself use its techniques to create these very cool logos you are seeing right now. Okay, so for sure this project wouldn't be so awesome without the knowledge I got from the Nick's courses. Down there in the description you're also gonna find a link for a list of very cool products I recommend for you who is willing to build or even renew your gaming setup. Very cool products, very affordable, so if you were looking for anything like that, make sure to check it out, the link before you go. Of course, any product or course purchased by the links down below are going to support this channel a lot and allow me to keep bringing content to you more and more. Don't forget to ring the bell to get notified about new videos. I hope you guys liked what you saw today, and I see you on the next one.